Good day, everyone. Again, I'm Sir Gilbert. I just want to explain to you about addition of integers. Okay, so let's start. So let's have example number 1. Say you have positive 28 plus positive 75. Okay, so they are both positive integers. In adding integers with like signs, add their absolute values, then copy the common sign. Okay, so as we all know that the absolute value of 28 is equal to 28, and the absolute value of 75 equals 75. Okay, so based on the concept, we have to add the absolute value of the integers. So that means 28 plus 75. So we have 13. So it's 103. So therefore, the sum of 28 and 75 equals 103. Okay, so it's just a simple addition of a number. So let me check using our calculator. So that's 28 plus 75 equals 103. Okay, so it's the same. Okay, so this time let's have addends with both negative signs. So based on the concept, we will have to add their absolute values because they have the same sign. Okay, so the absolute value of negative 28 equals 28, whereas the absolute value of 75 equals 75. Okay, then add the 2. So that's 8 plus 5, so that's 13, carry 1, so it's 103. Okay, so therefore the sum of negative 28 and positive and negative 75 equals 103, but the common sign of the addends are both negative. Okay, so we'll just have to copy the common sign. So if it is negative, so the result will be negative. Okay, so let me check using our calculator again. So it's negative 28 plus negative 75. Okay, so equals, it's negative 103. Okay, so it equals negative 103. So therefore, the sum of negative 28 and negative 75 equals negative 103. Okay, this time we have addends with different signs. The first addend is negative. The second addend is positive. How to add integers with unlike signs? Okay, so to add integers with different signs, you have to subtract their absolute values. Then copy the sign of the integer with a greater absolute value. Okay, so subtracting their absolute values to subtract the bigger value the smaller value to the bigger value. Okay, so let's first take the absolute value of each addend. So let's have negative 28 equals 28, and the absolute value of 75 equals 75. Okay, but it was stated there that subtract the smaller absolute value from the bigger absolute value. So we will have another solution. So 75 minus 28 equals, so this will become 15, this will become 6, and 15 minus 8, so that's 7, and 6 minus 2, it's 4. Okay, so the sign of their difference, or the sign of their sum, will rely on the bigger absolute value. So the bigger absolute value is 75, so that means the sign of 47 will be positive. Okay, so therefore the sum of negative 28 and positive 75 equals positive 47. Okay, so let's find out, or let's check using the calculator. So let's have negative 28 plus 75 equals 47. Okay, the result is 47. So our result is also 47. Okay. Okay, so let's continue. So our next example, number 4, the first addend is positive and the second addend is negative. Okay, so as we all know, to add integers with different signs, we have to subtract the smaller absolute value to the bigger absolute value, then copy the sign of value with the greater absolute value, the sign of an integer with a greater absolute value. Okay, so let's continue. Okay, so let's get the absolute value of each addend. So that's 28 equals 28, and the absolute value of negative 75 equals 75. Then get their difference. So that's 75 minus 28 equals, so this will become 15, this will become 6, and this will be 7, this will be 4. Okay, the sign of this 7 will rely on integer with the greater absolute value, and that's negative. So therefore our conclusion will be 28 plus negative 75 equals 47. The sign of 47 will be the sign of the integer with a greater absolute value, that's negative. Okay, so it's negative. Okay, so let's find out using my calculator. So it's 28 plus negative 75 equals negative 47. Okay, the result is also negative 47. Okay, so that's all about our addition of integers, but it is just part 1 of my video. Thank you.